Hello students. Today in our rural marketing session, we will be discussing on the topic rural communication strategy. So, why this communication strategy is important? Yes, if a marketer wanted to sell his product or enter into the rural market or attract the rural consumers, the marketer have to follow certain communication strategy. What do you mean by this communication? Communication is a process by which the information is transferred from the sender to the receiver and the feedback is associated with the feedback will be sent from the receiver of the message to the sender. So in rural marketing, communication is very much important because the marketer have to deliver the information regarding the product and services that are produced by him to the consumers, so that the consumer will get to know what are the benefits of using particular product and what are the brands in specific to each particular kind of products available, what are the prices. So for all those purpose the communication is important. So in rural communication, there are to be adopted certain strategies because rural the rural in India, the rural population, it is spread across the country, like it is scattered like anything. And the rural people are very much value conscious because of their less disposable income. So once they are spending something, they will be checking on what is the quality, what is the price to be paid, what is the durability of the product. So they are very conscious to the value which they are paid. So it is necessary from the part of marketer to communicate in an efficient way to the rural consumers, so that the purchasing will happen in an efficient way. So we'll see what are the strategies adopted. So we'll see what are the rural specific communication methods or strategies. So farm to farm or house to house, that is personal communication. Uh, that is one method. The second is group meetings. In group meetings, actually there will be an opinion leader, or the marketer have to find the beneficiaries. For example, if a particular marketer is selling the tractors, then he have to find the agriculturist who use the tractors in their field. So according to that, he have to conduct group meetings. Then he have to convince them what are the benefits of using his particular tractor, what are the added advantages, what is the cc, what is the power of the tractor. All those informations have to be delivered. So group meetings is again a method of communicating to the rural people. The other one was farm to farm or house to house, that is personal kind of. The next point is audio visual publicity. Vans can be used to communicate or to give the information, share the information to the rural people. That is create a word of mouth, like through word of mouth, by like talking to the other person, or like telling to other person what was the benefits once you have used. That is word of mouth. And next point is demonstration. Demonstration is most common method used for the communication in rural market, because in demonstration the consumers get to know about all the like benefits and all the advantages of the product, because they are allowed to use, like they get a chance to use a particular product, and they will rank the product, or they will avail the they will be classifying the product, or they will think whether to purchase it or not based on the satisfaction. For example, the Dalda Vanaspati, you may all know Dalda Vanaspati. Year back, they have conducted a campaign, or they have conducted a demonstration in the rural northern parts of India by conducting this demonstration. But they have put a campaign where the Dalda packets were kept, and they didn't ask the customers, they didn't ask the consumers to buy that. But what they did is they put up a food stall near the where the dalda packets were kept. They put up a food stall, and the people, like the workers, the salespersons of the dalda, the vanaspati, they prepared kachoris or puris, and that was served to the rural people. So by having this kachoris or puri, the rural people, the consumers, get to know what is the quality of the the dalda vanaspati, the ghees of vanaspati. So all those things they were like, they were allowed to use and feel what is the like benefits of the particular product, and according to their feedback, the communication was that was the best method of communication. So this is the best example which I can give you. The demonstration is again the best method of communication, and that is adopted in the rural communication. Okay. Next is communicating with the rural, the opinion leaders. In rural areas, there will be certain opinion leaders. Opinion leaders may be certain people who are literate, who are educated, who are having certain experiences, or maybe some teachers, or maybe this like most like authorities, the government authorities, or those who are having certain exposure to the urban areas. Most of the rural areas of India will be having the pradhans, the rural pradhans. So they are the opinion leaders. Opinion leaders are to whom the normal people go and ask for suggestions, what to buy, what to get, what should be done, like for their opinions or for suggestions. Normal people will go to certain people, what should be done, what is the best method to do, like all those questions will be asked, and they will be getting an answer, or those people who can provide certain opinions or options, such kind of people are called opinion leaders. So the rural market, the marketers can also communicate through the opinion leaders. If the opinion leaders use certain product and services, they will be communicating to the the local people, this product is good, this the services offered by this company is good, or this particular education institution is good. So this is the another method of rural communication. Another way of communicating is by setting up mandis, haats, and also through melas. In melas, stalls of the companies can be put, so that the rural people will come and the consumers will come and come to each stall, so that they can experience, and at the same time they can use and experience. This is again a way of rural communication. Product display contest, that is again another method of rural communication. Setting up certain folk dances, puppetries, street theaters, and even games can be also used for communications. These are the certain methods of rural communication. Even the hoardings, paintings, or the shows, even games or puppetries, folk dances, all these can be done as rural communication. Most of the rural areas, if you visit, you can see the hoardings. The people will be watching the hoardings, or even the paintings, big paintings. The rural, that is again a best method of communicating to the rural people. That is without word of mouth, just by showing the pictorial representation, by just looking into the hoardings or just looking into the paintings, they can understand about the particular product. So this is again a method of rural communication. These are the most traditionally used methods of rural communication. Now we will check what are the formal communication methods, or the most adopted, like in this era, what are the adopted methods. The formal the formal methods include by use of this digital medias. The digital medias like TV can be used. Radio was used in the earlier time also to communicate, and print media, cinemas, and in cinema halls there will be, you may have seen, or 5 to 10 minutes before the cinema, once the movie starts, there will be advertisements. In between the interval time also there will be advertisement for 5 to 10 minutes, and after the movie also there may be some advertisements. So these are the certain most common, like these are the formal methods, or the most common methods of rural communication. Okay. So TV, print media, radio, cinema, and outdoor. In outdoor, what all includes? So wall paintings, hoardings, or tree boards. All these includes the formal methods of communication. Okay. And the early what we have discussed includes the traditional methods of rural communication.